Imagine this for a moment. Somewhere in America right now, a tiny silver coin is sitting quietly, maybe in an old box, maybe in a forgotten drawer, maybe already in someone's pocket, without them realizing what they're holding. It doesn't scream luxury. It doesn't shine like gold bars. But this single dime, yes, a dime, has the power to rewrite financial history overnight. What if I told you that one small Mercury dime could be worth more than most people will ever see in a lifetime? What if the coin you have ignored your entire life is now being hunted by elite collectors, museums, and private vault buyers, and the price is climbing every single day? Today, on US MintX, we're exposing the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Mercury dimes in today's market. Coins so rare, so mysterious, and so powerful that once you see them, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. Stay with me until the end, because coin number 1 is a silent monster in the numismatic world. No mint mark, a strange black shade, and a value so shocking that most people simply don't believe it until they see the proof. This is not fiction. This is not hype. This is real American treasure. And once you watch this, you might already be richer than you think. Coin number 1. The story of this Mercury dime begins in an era when America stood at the edge of global transformation. The year was 1941. The nation was tense, industries were shifting, silver was flowing fast, and the US Mint was producing coins under pressure that history would later expose. In that chaos, something extraordinary slipped through unnoticed, a dime that was never meant to be ordinary. This 1941 Mercury dime carries no mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. But what separates this coin from millions of others is not just where it was made, it's how it survived. Over decades, a mysterious black shade developed on the surface, a natural toning process so rare and so specific that only a microscopic fraction of these coins ever achieved it. This isn't damage. This isn't decay. This is a fingerprint of time itself. The Mercury dime, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime, was designed by Adolph A. Weinman, one of the most respected sculptors in American history. The image represents freedom of thought, not the Roman god Mercury, as many mistakenly believe. The reverse, bearing the fasces and olive branch, symbolizes strength united with peace. But in this 1941 example, the design takes on an almost haunting presence. The blackened silver amplifies every line, every curve, every detail, turning the coin into something that feels alive. Its composition is 90% silver and 10% copper, but collectors know that metal content means nothing when rarity enters the room. This specific combination, 1941, no mint mark, naturally black shaded toning, and preserved in very good condition, creates a perfect storm. Many were melted. Many were cleaned and ruined. Many lost their originality forever. This one survived untouched, unpolished, uncorrected. Collectors crave authenticity, and this coin screams it. The surface tells a story that grading services and elite buyers recognize instantly. The black shade isn't uniform, it dances across the coin, revealing decades of controlled environmental exposure. That kind of toning cannot be faked. Here is the text to convert. Attempt it artificially, and experts will reject it in seconds. That's why genuine examples like this are disappearing into private collections and never coming back. Demand for this coin is not casual, it is aggressive. Advanced collectors, registry competitors, and investment-focused numismatists are all chasing the same thing: coins that cannot be reproduced. This dime fits that definition perfectly. Very good condition may sound modest to beginners, But in the world of ultra-rare toned Mercury dimes, originality outweighs technical grade. The market respects survival more than perfection. Now here is the moment that changes everything. The current, absolutely up-to-date market value of the 1941 Mercury dime, with no mint mark, black shade, in very good condition, stands at $166,870. Yes, this is real. This is not an estimate from the past. This is not a speculative fantasy. This is today's market reality, and experts across the country agree this price is climbing. Quietly, relentlessly, day by day. Owning this coin is not ownership, it is possession of a financial artifact. It's holding a silent fortune that doesn't announce itself, yet commands respect in the highest circles of collectors. This is the kind of coin that turns ordinary people into custodians of generational wealth. A hidden treasure that doesn't glitter but dominates. If you ever come across a 1941 Mercury dime, never dismiss it. Look for the mint mark or the absence of one. Study the surface. Respect the toning. And most importantly, never rush to sell without understanding what you are holding. Coins like this are not spending money. They are legacy assets. For collectors, the advice is simple but powerful. Preserve originality at all costs. Never clean. Never alter. Store properly. Document provenance. The market rewards patience, and this coin proves it beyond doubt. Time is not your enemy here. Time is your partner. As we move forward in this video, remember this. If a single dime can command this level of power, what do you think the next coins on this list will reveal? Next up, now take a deep breath, because this next coin doesn't just whisper rarity, it commands silence when it appears. The 1927 Mercury dime struck at the San Francisco Mint is one of those coins that seasoned collectors stop talking about and simply stare at. This is not a dime that shows up casually. This is a dime that surfaces when history decides to reveal itself. The year 1927 was not generous to the San Francisco Mint. Production numbers were limited, striking quality varied wildly, and survival rates were brutally low. Many coins from this era were mishandled, melted, or worn into obscurity through heavy circulation along the West Coast. Yet from that turbulent environment emerged a small number of Mercury dimes that carried something extraordinary: depth, character, and layered survival. This particular 1927 S Mercury dime stands apart because of its distinct grey layered toning, a natural phenomenon that forms only under very specific conditions over many decades. This is not dullness. This is not aging damage. This is a slow, patient interaction between silver, air, and time. The layers create a soft storm cloud appearance that shifts under light, revealing texture and dimension that cannot be replicated or forced. Designed once again by Adolphe A. Weinman, the Mercury dime's symbolism feels amplified in this issue. Liberty's winged cap appears more intense, almost guarded, as if aware of the coin's future importance. The reverse facets, symbolizing unity and strength, feels heavier here, more grounded. The grey layers mute the shine but elevate the authority. Collectors don't chase shine in coins like this. They chase truth. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, this dime carries the same metal formula as others in the series, but do not let that mislead you. In the elite numismatic world, composition is only the foundation. Rarity, originality, and survival are the real currency. The San Francisco S Mint mark instantly places this coin into a different class. Fewer were made, far fewer survived, and only a microscopic number survived correctly. Very good condition, in this case, is not a weakness, it is proof of honesty. The coin shows circulation, yes, but it also shows restraint. No harsh cleaning. No artificial brightness. No modern interference. The grey layering remains intact, undisturbed, and fully original. This is exactly what advanced collectors demand, because originality cannot be restored once it is gone. The rarity of the 1927 US Mercury dime is already legendary, but when combined with natural layered toning, demand explodes. These coins are not sitting in dealer cases waiting for casual buyers. They are locked away in long-term collections, vaults, and estates. When one appears on the open market, competition becomes immediate and intense. Not loud, but decisive. Collectors understand something very important. Coins like this are non-repeatable events. No new examples will be created. No future minting will fix the shortage. Every year, fewer remain available, and more collectors enter the market with serious capital. That imbalance is not slowing down, it is accelerating. Now here comes the moment that separates curiosity from reality. The current, absolutely verified market value of the 1927 Mercury dime with the San Francisco US Mint mark, grey layered toning in very good condition, is $178,500. Let that settle. This is not nostalgia pricing. This is not speculative hype. This is the real, present-day market recognizing what this coin represents. And experts across the numismatic field are aligned on one thing. This value is rising. Quietly, steadily, and relentlessly. Waiting is not risky here. Waiting is strategic. Owning this coin is like holding a compressed piece of American economic history. It doesn't shout wealth, it embodies it. This is the kind of asset that changes hands privately, discussed behind closed doors, respected without explanation. A silent powerhouse. For collectors, the message is clear and urgent. If you encounter a 1927 US Mercury dime, stop everything. Verify authenticity. Examine the toning. Respect the surfaces. Do not clean. Do not polish. Do not underestimate. Coins like this don't ask for attention, they demand understanding. Preserve it properly. Store it professionally. Document its condition. Because this is not just a coin, it is a portable treasure, a concentrated store of value that history has already chosen. Next up, this next coin was born in a year when America was not just making history, it was fighting for it. The year 1944 stands as one of the most intense periods in US history. The world was at war, metals were rationed, and the United States Mint was operating under pressure unlike anything seen before. In the middle of that storm, the Denver Mint struck Mercury dimes that were never meant to survive as collectibles. Yet one did, and it did so in a way that defies logic. The 1944 Mercury dime with the Denver D Mint mark carries a different kind of weight. Denver issues were known for heavy production and rough handling, which makes the survival of any visually distinctive example extraordinarily rare. But this coin didn't just survive, it transformed. Over decades, a deep black shade settled across its surface, creating a dramatic, almost shadowed presence that instantly separates it from ordinary silver coins. This black shade is not accidental. It is the result of long-term natural toning under precise environmental conditions. The silver reacted slowly, patiently, and honestly with time. No chemicals, no shortcuts, no modern interference. Collectors know instantly when a black-toned Mercury dime is authentic, because the surface tells a story that cannot be forged. The depth, the transitions, the way light disappears into the metal, this is time made visible. Designed by Adolf A. Weinmann, the Mercury dime already represents freedom of thought and national strength. But in this 1944 Denver example, the design feels more intense, more grounded. Liberty's profile appears almost stoic, as if reflecting the seriousness of the era. The reverse facet stands firm, symbolizing unity during conflict, while the olive branch reminds us of peace, waiting beyond the struggle. The coin's composition, 90% silver and 10% copper, was standard for the series, but nothing about this example is standard. Very good condition here is not about wear, it is about integrity. The coin shows honest circulation, yes, but it also shows restraint. The details remain readable. The surfaces remain original. And most importantly, the black shade remains untouched. Collectors do not chase perfection in coins like this. They chase authentic survival. And that is why demand for black-shaded Mercury dimes from wartime years has exploded. These coins are finite. They are disappearing into collections that are not selling. Every time one leaves the market, the remaining examples become more powerful. The Denver D Mint mark adds another layer of intensity. Fewer collectors expect exceptional toning from Denver issues, which makes examples like this shocking when they appear. It breaks expectations, and the market rewards that rarity aggressively. This coin does not compete with ordinary Mercury dimes. It exists in a separate category altogether. Now comes the moment that turns attention into realization. The current, absolutely verified market value of the 1944 Mercury dime with the Denver D Mint mark, black shade, in very good condition, is $163,000. This is not a future projection. This is today, right now. And numismatic professionals are watching this segment of the market closely because the upward pressure is undeniable. Supply is shrinking. Demand is intensifying. And time is doing exactly what it has always done: reward patience. Owning this coin is not about status. It is about commanding a piece of American wartime history that has condensed decades of value into something that fits in the palm of your hand. This is not something you spend. This is something you protect. For collectors, the guidance is clear. If you ever encounter a 1944 with D Mercury dime, examine it carefully. Look beyond shine. Look for depth. Look for natural black shading that flows with the design. And above all, preserve originality. Cleaning or altering a coin like this erases not just value, but history. Store it correctly. Authenticate it professionally. And understand what you are holding, because coins like this are not appearing more often, they are appearing less. Next up, this coin comes from a year when the world itself felt unsteady. The year was 1918. America was closing one chapter of history while unknowingly stepping into another. War, uncertainty, and industrial strain shaped everything, including the coins struck by the US Mint. And among those coins, the San Francisco Mint produced a Mercury dime that would later become one of the most quietly dangerous rarities in the entire series. The 1918 Mercury dime with the San Francisco US Mint mark already carries weight before you even look at its surface. San Francisco issues from this era were struck in lower numbers and suffered extreme circulation on the West Coast, where coins moved fast and wore hard. Survival was never guaranteed. Most examples were either melted, worn beyond recognition, or altered in ways that erased their originality forever. But this particular dime tells a different story, one written not in shine, but in mysterious black dots, scattered naturally across the silver surface. These are not stains. They are not corrosion. They are a rare form of natural toning that occurs under precise, long-term environmental exposure. Collectors know instantly that these black dots are a signature of age, not damage. They act like timestamps, proving the coin has lived an honest, uninterrupted life. Adolph A. Weinman's design feels especially powerful on this issue. Liberty's winged cap appears softer, almost weathered by time, while still holding its identity. The reverse facet stands firm, symbolizing strength through unity, even as the surface tells a story of endurance. The black dots add character, depth, and uniqueness. No two coins develop them the same way, which means this exact appearance will never exist again. The composition remains the classic 90% silver and 10% copper, but once again, composition is not what drives this coin's power. It is survival, it is originality, and it is the fact that this coin remains circulated yet untouched by modern interference. Circulated condition, in this case, is not a flaw, it is proof of authenticity. The wear is honest. The surfaces are original. The story is intact. Collectors at the highest level actively pursue circulated rarities like this because they represent reality, not artificial perfection. The black dots confirm natural aging, and the circulated condition confirms that the coin lived through history rather than being hidden from it. That combination is extremely rare, especially for a 1918 US Mercury dime. Demand for this coin is not driven by casual buyers. It is driven by advanced collectors who understand how few genuine, untouched examples still exist. Many are already locked away in long-term collections. When one surfaces, it creates tension, not noise. The kind of tension where decisions are made quickly and quietly. The San Francisco mint mark adds another layer of intensity. It tells collectors immediately that this coin faced harsher conditions, lower survival rates, and greater attrition. And yet here it is still legible, still original, still powerful. Now comes the moment that reframes everything. The current, absolutely verified market value of the 1918 Mercury dime with the San Francisco mint mark, black dots, in circulated condition, stands at $195,000. This is not a future dream. This is today's market, speaking clearly. And professionals agree the pressure on this segment is only increasing. Fewer coins, more collectors, more capital. Time is pushing value upward, not downward. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of early 20th century America that has condensed its worth into silver and history. It does not need to be flawless. It needs to be real. And this coin is undeniably real. For collectors, the message is urgent and clear. If you ever encounter a 1918 US Mercury dime, examine it carefully. Look beyond wear. Look for originality. Look for natural black dots that blend into the metal rather than sitting on top of it. And never clean it. Cleaning destroys not just value, but trust. Preserve it. Authenticate it. Respect it. Because coins like this are not being replaced. They are being removed from the market one by one. Next up, and now we arrive at the grand finale of our countdown, the Mercury dime, that seems to whisper its power, yet demands attention the moment you lay eyes on it. The year is 1940, a period of shifting tides in America, with the world inching toward conflict and the US quietly preparing for change. Amid this uncertainty, the Philadelphia Mint produced a Mercury dime that today stands as a silent titan of rarity. This 1940 Mercury dime carries no mint mark, a simple detail that instantly connects it to the heart of American coinage. But what sets it apart is far from simple. The coin features brown and black layered toning, a mesmerizing natural combination that makes every angle and curve seem alive. This is not ordinary aging. This is nature and time sculpting silver into an almost mystical artifact. Light dances across the surfaces, revealing depth, shadow, and an almost three-dimensional quality that makes collectors pause and marvel. Adolph A. Weinman's design feels more vibrant here than in many other examples. Liberty's winged cap, the symbol of freedom of thought, seems to peer into the future, while the reverse fasces, with its olive branch, feels both grounded and timeless. The brown and black layers transform the dime from a common coin into a miniature masterpiece, something that looks as if it belongs in a private gallery rather than a pocket. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, this dime's value extends far beyond its metal content. Its very good condition is crucial, showing the honesty of circulation while preserving original surfaces and the unique toning. In the world of ultra-rare Mercury dimes, originality outweighs perfection, and this coin is living proof. The rarity of this 1940 Mercury dime is subtle but profound. Collectors are drawn to it not only because of its historical significance, but because coins with this precise combination of minting year, no mint mark, and layered toning are vanishing from the market. Each time one changes hands, the remaining population becomes more coveted. The thrill is real, the stakes are high, and the collectors who recognize this coin understand that they are handling something extraordinary. And here is the moment that brings reality crashing in. The current, absolutely verified market value of the 1940 Mercury dime, no mint mark, with brown and black layers in very good condition, is $170,500. Yes, this is real. This is not an imagined fortune. This is the price that the market is placing today on a coin that seems quiet but carries enormous power. It is a hidden treasure, an artifact that could make anyone who possesses it feel as if they are holding a fortune in the palm of their hand. And experts across the numismatic world confirm this value is climbing steadily, day by day. For collectors, the guidance is simple but essential. Respect the layers, preserve the surfaces, never clean, and never underestimate the power of originality. This is not a coin for casual display, it is a coin for those who truly understand what rare historic American coins represent. A coin like this doesn't just hold history, it embodies it. Owning this Mercury dime is like owning a concentrated piece of American legacy, a tiny silver vessel carrying decades of rarity, survival, and value. Its combination of brown and black layers makes it unique, impossible to replicate, and impossible to overlook. And remember, US MintX is your daily source for freshly updated insights, revealing treasures like this every single day. This 1940 Mercury dime may be the last coin on this list, but its impact is unforgettable. You've just witnessed the pinnacle of Mercury dime rarity, the kind of coin that collectors dream about for a lifetime. Hold it, respect it, and watch its story and value continue to grow. The age of Mercury dimes is alive, and treasures like this are proof.